Achieving financial success takes dedication, discipline, and most importantly, a plan. For over 30 years, Don Reynolds has helped savers define their needs, formulate their plans, and achieve their goals. From accumulation to preservation and protection, and through the income distribution phase in retirement, implementing the right strategies makes all the difference. Your retirement is our business. Welcome to Strategic Asset Preservation.
Well, hello again, and welcome to another Reynolds Wrap episode. Of course, I'm Don Reynolds, my great friend, Mr. Corey Snilp here.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening in.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about annuities. I know there's a lot of, I don't know what the right word is. A lot of people are very negative about annuities, and I think my opinion of that is they just don't have the education, don't understand them. That's really what I believe, and I think Corey agrees with that.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing, we take great pride in educating our folks, no matter what we're talking about, whether it's tax planning, Social Security planning, if it's an annuity, if it's an investment, I don't care what it is, we got to make sure you understand all the particulars about it. Mm-hmm. So, and just real quick, there's four types of annuities today. And the first one is an immediate annuity. A lot of pensions are actually created from immediate annuities.
Correct.
We don't really use those anymore because the newer products are much more competitive. You're not, with an immediate, you're basically relinquishing your principal for a guaranteed paycheck. Well, today you don't have to do that with the new products out there. You can keep your asset, keep it growing, and still get income from it. That would be like an indexed annuity or a variable annuity. Both of those work that way. And then lastly, of course, is what we call a fixed annuity, which is basically what I call a CD on steroids, because two things. Number one, you're always going to get a better rate with what we call a MIGA, multi-year guaranteed annuity. Rates are always, historically, they've always been higher than CD rates. But the other piece of that is that you don't have to claim the growth or the interest on your tax return. It's tax deferred. So, if you're in a 25% bracket and you're making 5% in your CD, you're really not making 5%. You understand what I'm saying there? You're giving 1.25% of that to the IRS. And you've heard us talk about that in our workshops and on other programs. They love you for your interest and dividends. The government loves you.
Exactly.
So, but another real quick piece about annuities that we want to touch base on, and of course, just to touch base, immediate, guaranteed income, fixed, rates guaranteed for a period, indexed, you're tied to the markets, you're just not directly in them. And then fourth, the variable. Of course, variables, you're in the markets, you're bearing the risk, okay? That's the difference. So, and one thing we want people to know about that annuities have had record amounts of money put into them over the past several years.
Yeah.
As us, and I say us baby boomers, we can't call Corey a baby boomer.
Just out of it by a little bit.
Yeah. But the fact is there's a lot of money being put in to annuities over the last several years. And part of that is because people are trying to figure out how to create the income they need from their nest egg they've saved.
Yeah, and pensions are declining. And I'm reminded of an article from the GAO office. I didn't realize we had a government accountability office. I remember an article, this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago now, a little ways ago, where it talked about America being a leader amongst the world in so many areas, but how America was falling behind on income options for retirees. And that's really what an annuity is about. And I think Don hit the nail on the head. It's a tool in the tool belt to look at, folks. No different than, should we invest in gold or not? Should we invest in an AI stock or not? Should we invest in this, mutual fund or this ETF? It's a tool. It's an investment option out there. And don't just write it off because of any negative connotation or belief. Explore it, look into it, get the true facts about it like we do here at our office, and make sure you understand, is it right for you? It may or may not be. But I'll tell you what, when you're looking at income in retirement, which I've said many times on this show, that ROI often stands for return on investment. In our accumulation phase, we get to our distribution phase, ROI should stand for reliability of income. So it is a tool that you need to explore, understand the 4 different types as Don listed, see if one of those is right for you or not, understand the truth about them, get that education, and then make a decision. Because again, the Government Accountability Office from our federal government had an article, again, about 3 or 4 years ago, but it talked about how we're falling behind on income and options for retirees.
Yep.
One thing that I know is a good clarification to make sure you understand the truth about it. would be if you are in the RMD stage,
Yep.
you've got qualified money, maybe in a traditional IRA, and you've got to start taking a distribution out because of your certain age. Again, the current rule is if you're born 1960 or later, your RMD age is age 75. Again, before that is now age 73 if you're grandfathered in from our Secure Act 1.0 change. But the RMD can be met by the income in an annuity. What I mean by that is if you throw money into an annuity from a traditional IRA, and now you're at RMD age and you're getting income from that annuity, guaranteed income source for your life and or your spouse's life, that can count and will go towards your RMD if you are of that age. Very important thing to make sure you understand that clarification.
Yeah, and another, quick thing to add about it, if you currently have an annuity and it's an older annuity,
Yeah.
maybe it's, 8-10 years or maybe even longer.
Mhm.
I can tell you this because, we obviously we market annuities here. I think most people know that.
Mhm.
But one of the things we've been doing is we've been taking a lot of our clients, those old contracts, and we're able to increase their income today because of, again,
Yeah.
the higher rates that we have, higher participation rates within the contracts, higher caps, payout factors. I mean, there's just
Yeah.
an array of things that are much better today. And all that goes back to because we're in a higher rate environment, but we're
Yeah.
able to increase people's incomes anywhere from 20 to 40%. So by
Significant.
all means, if you're, if you will, I resting on your laurels and just thinking, well, this is what I have to live with. That's not necessarily a true thing anymore today. So
Yeah.
we highly recommend you give us a call, and we're happy to do that discovery meeting. We'll look at your current annuity, and we'll take those numbers and we'll do if you will, a apples to apples comparison and show you
Yeah.
that potentially there's a lot of additional value for you
Yeah.
in the income streams if you're taking income. Or even if you're not taking the income on your annuity, you're just taking your RMDs,
Yeah.
and you maybe don't even need the income. The fact of the matter is you can probably get a lot better growth potential. In fact, not probably, I know you can get a lot better growth potential with the higher rates that are going on today with annuities. So
Yeah.
by all means, give us a call,
Yeah.
651-773-3859. Again, that's 651-773-3859.
Yeah, I just was just going to say in terms of the way my brain works, and I had a health background or a medical background as a paramedic for a while and working with doctors,
yeah.
is I like to say we do an annuity MRI. You
Yep.
understand what a medical MRI is? If you just take a topographical x-ray of your arm or your body, for example, that's just going to be one dimension, but an MRI actually slices
Yep.
and gives the doctor or a physician or a medical person an inside look as to what's really going on inside your body. It's a very in-depth procedure that's without doing surgery. So that's what we do.
Yeah,
We do an
yeah, it's a
annuity
great
MRI where we really do an in-depth dissection of the current annuity you have and one that we potentially have available today. And then you look at that and say, well, yeah, no, or no, doesn't make sense. So,
Right, yeah.
just a quick little analogy that
No.
my mind went to as
Yeah.
my partner was talking here.
No, that's a great point, Cody.
Yeah,
I appreciate
yeah.
you adding that. So, well, we appreciate your time. Hope you're enjoying the show, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody next time.
Have a great day, folks. Thanks so much.
Listen to more with Don Reynolds and Corey Still on the Strategic Asset Preservation Podcast by visiting 800preserve.com.
The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature and not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.
Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services. Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.